athletes in Jersey All Pro today.
Talk about politics. What does Fat Frank have to do out here? This man, he may be the owner of Jersey All Pro, but what right does it give him to put Homicide?
You just said it. He's the owner of Four-Way Dance. Lethal now has a shot at the championship. Samoa Joe has a shot at revenge against Homicide. And Kevin Steen, being in the right place at the right time, now has his crack for the heavyweight championship.
Looks like politics to me.
No, that's your breath.
Held down. Hey, stop it with the wisecracks. This match shouldn't even be happening. First of all, it was a #1 contenders match. Homicide was gracious enough to grant a three-way dance. Then you have this raging animal, Samoa Joe, come out from, a jungle, and now it's a four-way dance.
Listen, man, life is not fair. Four-way dance for the top athletes here in Jersey All Pro Wrestling, all vying to become the heavyweight champion.
Chanting Sloppy Joe, what the hell does that mean?
I don't know. Samoa Joe comes charging, a big elbow right to the face, but he got caught in the eye by Homicide.
The sternum right there, brother.
Samoa Joe with about a 70-pound weight advantage here against the heavyweight champion. Samoa Joe approximately 285 pounds. Homicide approximately 220.
Well, you know, Samoa Joe has his own credentials. He was a champion in another organization for a very, very long time. This man is well respected in this wrestling business. And this is why K.C. Blade feels that it's unfair that the champion doesn't even have to be pinned in order to lose the championship.
Again, life isn't fair. That's why you're sitting here next to me and I'm not doing it by myself. And right now, Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe doing a little double teaming here on Homicide.
Hardy har har.
Jay Lethal with the cover. Only gets a 2 count. And how sweet would it be if Jay Lethal actually pins Homicide, gets a measure of revenge for what happened in Philadelphia?
The chances are slim to none. You know what I mean?
Oh my God! The chances are 25%. Homicide with a big knife edge chop, but Jay Lethal felt none of that and continues to fight on. Could tonight be his night, K.C. Blade, to finally become the official Jersey All Pro Heavyweight Champion?
Maybe if he didn't drop his blow dryer into his bathtub, maybe he'd be in a little bit better shape, but by the looks of his hair, it's not happening. Not in my
looks at this matchup right now. Jay Lethal on top over Homicide, and here comes Samoa Joe.
Okay, Clemson, how many times has Homicide been champion?
6 times.
Okay, now the man knows what he's doing in the ring.
Right now he's saying that he didn't.
He's baiting these idiots into believing they're very comfortable right now against the champ. You know, that's called strategy. You've never been a champion in your life. What do you know?
Well, Homicide does have one advantage going into this contest.
He doesn't have that advantage. It was taken away from him by that fat Frank moron. Him and his politics. One day someone's gonna get you, Frank.
If you would let me finish my sentence, if Homicide does have an advantage in this contest, is that he has another person in that locker room. And B-Boy. B-Boy's still in the locker room here.
Stiff, he is, but Homicide does things by himself. I've never seen
He didn't win the title by himself. Low-key and B-Boy helped him. Look at that. Monitor by Homicide.
My monitor went off. I didn't really catch that. You're a fountain of misinformation, Clemson.
I am not a fountain of misinformation. And right now, Kevin Steen taking it to Jay Lethal. Kevin Steen came in the 7th anniversary show, the IWS Heavyweight Champion. Now tonight, wants to walk out the JAP Heavyweight Champion. Only got a 1 count.
Well, that was an unbelievable chop by Kevin Steen. If you didn't see, he hit him so hard, he actually shook his hand. That takes a lot of pressure.
Look at that. Jay Lethal still fighting back. A couple of knife edge chops, but Steen kicking his sternum and once again in control of the blue chip.
A boot in the gut will always do the trick.
You wouldn't know that, you cheater. Look at this. Kevin Steen now choking one of the challengers on that middle rope. Tags in Homicide.
Have you ever heard of a saying that it ain't cheating unless you get caught?
And I got a question for you now. It looks like Homicide and Kevin Steen now are kind of tagging back and forth against Jay Lethal. Are we going to have a tag strategy?
It's not a tag strategy. I wouldn't imply something like that. Because Homicide's the World Heavyweight Champion. Jersey All Pro World Heavyweight Champion. The man would never do such a dastardly thing like that. Right now, they're just using strategy as that boot to the spine.
Victim kick.
Victim kick to the spine. Look at this. They have an animal in the corner that's willing to take both their heads off. Why not take apart the blue chip or blue lethal? Blue lethal, Jay Lethal, whatever.
Nice double underhook suplex by Homicide once again, tagging in Mr. Wrestling Kevin Steen.
Chip, red chip, whatever you want to call it.
And it was back at Wild Card where Steen and Homicide were actually opponents. A few months later now, they're not tagging, so to say, but they're acting as partners.
Stop trying to imply things. The champ would never do that. Go back.
Champ will do what he has to do to keep his title. And if that means right now forming a tag team, it's that.
But lonely commentators, like you say, Clemson. So what do we know?
Listen,
Unless I am former tag team champion.
You got pinned by a girl. I wouldn't talk. Right now, again, Homicide will do what he has to do to retain the heavyweight championship. If that means he has to tag with Kevin Steen for the majority of the matchup, he will. But you know damn well Homicide is going to turn on him right away when he has to, when he feels the time is right.
Listen, the time is right is whenever the chief wants to do it. You understand that? That's did you see that kick to the jaw? That's why he's the champ. And it's not a tag team match, so stop it.
Jay Lee's coming back, machine gun chops, coming off the ropes now. Oh, there's the clothesline. That clothesline knocked
by the champion.
That clothesline knocked Jay Lethal out of the ring. And here we go, this matchup still continuing on. Homicide, powerbomb. Jay Lethal climbing the ropes. Or no, excuse me, Kevin Steen. Picture perfect moonsault.
Shades of 2 gold Scorpio, baby. Beautiful, beautiful.
That's shades of nothing. That's beautiful wrestling ability by Kevin Steen.
Are you discrediting? Well, whatever.
I'm not discrediting anybody.
Still, picture perfect moonsault by Kevin Steen.
Kevin Steen.
Getting on Crisco, I don't know what they're talking about, but that's pretty harsh.
Kevin Steen threw Jay Lethal on the floor. Homicide paranoia. Where's the champ going? He's right in front of the JAPW banner. Comes charging. Oh! And a big clothesline, taking Jay Lethal down from that chair.
He just took that mop right off his head. See, the fans will never cheer Crisco chanting that at me, you know. There's no respect, no respect.
Samoa Joe actually being very smart, staying in the corner, allowing this.
Why should he waste energy? He wants to win the belt too. He could care less if Lethal. That's why I'm not calling this a tag team match. Because he's not wanting to tag in.
Again, I'm not calling this a tag team match. I'm just saying they're having a strategy.
Credit from the champion. That's what you do.
I'm not taking away credit from the champion.
Really? Well, that's what you say.
I'm saying he's doing what he feels he needs to do to retain the championship.
Well, whatever. But Samoa Joe is a very crafty veteran himself. And like I said, well, of course he's going to break up the cover because any man can win the title.
Yeah, but you notice Homicide didn't come in to try to break up that cover.
What are you trying to say? I don't know what you mean by that. What are you trying to say? He's a coward? I'll tell him you said that. You know, I'm close personal friends with him. You know, he trained me. I'll tell him what you said.
And you said Jay Lethal was going to win.
What a chop by Homicide. Unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
You called that chop way too early. Homicide now is Jay Lethal, setting him up on that top turnbuckle.
Could this be a superplex from the middle rope right now? Wait a sec. Jay Lethal fighting back. I can't believe it. He's taking a drumming so far, folks. And I do mean a drumming.
Watch Homicide and flying cross body block by Jay Lethal. Cover, not hooked the leg, and Homicide easily kicks out. Homicide comes charging, and a big knee.
To the jaw. Before that, Jay Lethal showed shades of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, but he couldn't capitalize. Homicide kicking him in the face with his knee. Plain and blunt.
Looks like Homicide there was trying to go for a Shining Wizard. Jay Lethal was trying to get up to his feet, and Homicide still landed a knee right in the face.
To the jaw. Now he's getting worked over like a government mule, like some guy would say. You know, unbelievable.
Some guy, huh? I think you need to show a little bit more respect than that. Jay Lethal.
Good old, big deal.
Trying to go for a sunset flip. Kevin Steen blocked it. Hook of the leg here. Whoa. Almost a new. And again. Homicide didn't come in.
I don't understand why either competitor didn't come in on that. That was very close right there. That's too close for me to call. I would have jumped in there. Then again, you know, I'm K.C.
I say that would have been a dumb mistake by our heavyweight champion, also Samoa Joe. Kevin Steen would have lucked out right there.
Hey, Clemson, you're always right?
I don't say that. But that clothesline by Jay Lethal. Kevin Steen went up over the top rope and out to the floor.
See, if this was a tag team match, he'd want to tag out. But he doesn't want to tag out no matter what punishment he takes. Because if he's out of the ring, that lessens his chances of becoming the heavyweight champion.
Homicide caught Samoa Joe sleeping in the corner, comes charging, torpe through the rope. Jay Lethal out of the way, but Homicide just smacked Kevin Steen, and both athletes are down.
It's true.
Kevin Steen, Homicide up to their feet. Jay Lethal climbing the ropes.
Is this a smart maneuver?
I don't know. Cross body block. 15 feet from the top rope to the floor. And Jay Lethal hit them both. And look at this.
Is Joe really thinking about this? This wild caged animal can't be doing this.
Samoa Joe measuring up his opponents. They don't see him. Oh, look out. This is trouble. 380 pounds goes flying through the ropes. And in bowling, we call that a strike. He took out Homicide, he took out Steen, and he took out Jay Lethal.
In the words of the immortal Al Bundy, strike. Unbelievable action. Unbelievable.
Look at that! And the fans chant for the referee. I don't think Turner would do it. He doesn't have the guts.
Doesn't look too agile, brother.
And all four athletes now up to their feet. Jay Lethal looks to be working over Kevin Steen. Samoa Joe going back to the corner to try to recollect his breath.
Right there. That move took a lot out of the big man. The man flew through the ropes. He's close to 300 pounds. That move not only took out of his opponents, but took out of himself. Very smart move by Samoa Joe returning to the corner.
And this matchup, unbelievably, has gone back into the ring. Homicide now with the cover on Jay Lethal. Did not hook the leg.
Kevin Steen wasn't even looking at the cover. He was badgering with some moron fans.
Kevin Steen's trying to recollect his breath right there.
Some moron in the front row.
Your view, look at that. Oh! German suplex, Homicide line on his feet. Come charging, but Jay Lethal caught him with a short arm clothesline.
What is going to happen next? Back and forth, back and forth. We've been arguing back and forth this whole match. What's going to happen next?
Only time will tell. Anything can happen here in Jersey, all pro wrestling. All four of these athletes giving you their heart. All four want to walk out of Braintree, the heavyweight champion. And right now, Samoa Joe in sound control of the contest.
Now, you see, I actually have to agree with that move by Jay Lethal. As you see, he tagged out, but it brought him somewhat of time to recuperate. Oh, well, I don't know how he'll be doing after that boot to the face, but Joe is in control of this match. He's going crazy.
Joe with a full body throw. Caught Kevin Steen with the Uranagi slam. Joe in sound control. Joe could be moments away of winning his first ever Jersey All Pro Wrestling title. Irish whip, string reverses, Joe off the rope. Oh, Homicide tripped him up.
Tell you what, if that happened, I wouldn't be one bit surprised.
And a drop kick to the face. Joe out to the floor. Homicide out to the floor. It's Steen and Jay Lethal alone in the ring right now. And this is it. Patented Kevin Steen trying to go over the package pile driver. Jay Lethal reverses. Jay Lethal reverses and plants Steen face first. He planted Steen face first, and here comes Homicide. Homicide at the belt. Turn around. Oh! He's gonna be robbed again. Hook of the leg. Lethal kicked out. Jay Lethal kicked out after two.
Believe it. That no good, dirty blue chip moron. I'm impartial.
Homicide removed the elbow pad. He knocked out Lethal with this move in Philadelphia. Clothesline, flipping around in midair. Could this be the second time he did this to Lethal? Now Lethal kicked out. Jay Lethal kicked out.
That's how Homicide won the belt for the sixth time, and they didn't put him away. That must do a lot to the mind of Homicide right now.
Homicide now has to soften up Lethal for the cop killer. The fans here in Boston chanting for Lethal.
This is illegal. The fans are getting a fine.
This isn't illegal. Homicide on the rope. Oh, and Joe with a big slap. Joe with a big slap. Goes for the muscle buster. Goes for the muscle buster. He hit it. He hit the muscle buster on Homicide. Lethal on the rope. Ah, the headbutt to the clavicle. All hell breaking loose in this contest. Full Nelson suplex. Steen landed on it both. Lethal with the cover. They got it. He got it. Finally did it. No crooked refs. No lawyers.
Hey, I hate to say it, but I called it, cousin. I told you.
This time, no crooked refs. No impromptu match. Lethal comes to Braintree, Massachusetts, and defeats 3 of the top athletes in the world today. Jay Lethal now, finally, it's official, realized his dream. In the summer of 2001, came in a fan, built his way up from the bottom up.
Oh, you said it before, he was the 4th pick, and the only pick to be in the ring right now. And now he stands before you and before everybody in TV, your New Jersey All-Pro World Heavyweight Champion.
He had the balls to main event the 7th anniversary show. He had the balls to do it here tonight. Look at him, tears flowing down his face. We have a new heavyweight champion in the form of Jay Lethal.
Wait a sec, I don't think Samoa Joe's respecting this, and I don't think he should either.
Samoa Joe hit the Avalanche Muscle Buster on Homicide. Jay Lethal blocked that pin.